Hi there, my name is Carlos Scarpero. I'm with Paramount Residential Mortgage. I'm a mortgage loan originator here in the Dayton, Ohio area. Today I want to talk about FHA loans and bankruptcy. If you have a bankruptcy, it does not exclude you from getting a mortgage loan. And after bankruptcy, typically the types of loans I recommend are either VA loans or FHA loans. With a VA loan, obviously you have to be a veteran, and the rules are pretty much the same on both types of loans. I'm much more of an FHA specialist here at Paramount Residential Mortgage. So I want to talk specifically about FHA loans and bankruptcy rules. There are waiting periods involved, no matter what type of bankruptcy you have. There are two different types of bankruptcies. The first type is a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. The Chapter 7 was the most commonly known type of bankruptcy. And with Chapter 7, you don't have to pay it back. It's where all the bills are paid off, the slate's wiped clean, and you start over. And the second type is a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. With a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, those are the types of bankruptcy that you do have to pay back. Typically, the payment plan takes several years to do it. With each type of bankruptcy, there's a waiting period where you have to wait it out before you can get a new loan. On the Chapter 7 bankruptcy, the one that you do not need to pay back, there is a 2-year waiting period per FHA rules, and that's based on the discharge date of the bankruptcy. So when you had your paperwork, when it was discharged from the courts, they stamp it and file it, that is the date we go by, and that'll be on your credit report, and we look at 2 years after that date. After the 2 years has passed, if other things are in place and looking good, then you could potentially get an FHA mortgage loan. Well, the Chapter 13 bankruptcy is a little bit different. First thing they look at is, instead of looking at the discharge date, they actually look at the file date. They look at the date you had submitted that bankruptcy with the courts, and they stamped it and said that you are in bankruptcy proceedings. Interestingly, with the Chapter 13 bankruptcy, it doesn't even need to be discharged to apply for a mortgage loan. If you're not yet discharged, you will need to get court approval. So keep that in mind. But it's certainly possible to get a mortgage loan with a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, or even inside of a Chapter 13 payment plan. With the Chapter 13, you need to be in the bankruptcy proceedings at least 1 year after the file date before you can apply for a mortgage loan. And also with a Chapter 13, if it's been less than 2 years after it's been discharged, manual underwriting will need to be done. And so with manual underwriting, there's a little extra things we need to do to make sure that it's a good mortgage loan. Now, with either type of bankruptcy, you might also have foreclosure rules in place. If you decided not to keep the house and you decided to give the house back to the bank, oftentimes they will file a foreclosure against you. And in that case, you actually have to wait 3 years. Now, you can combine the years on each type of proceeding, but it needs to be a total of 3 years after the foreclosure has been filed to apply for an FHA mortgage. Now, with the foreclosure on your credit report, it's not based on the date of the sheriff's sale. It's actually based on the date that the sheriff went to the county and actually filed that with the county records, or the county recorder is actually what it's called. On those filings, I've seen oftentimes where the sheriff's sale is maybe June 1st, but it might take 2 or 3 or 4 months after that before they actually file that with the county recorder. And so sometimes people think they're done with it, and they're not. So something to consider as well. We can look up those records for you and figure that out regarding any foreclosure that was involved in the bankruptcy proceeding. If you have any questions about this, feel free to reach out to me. My website is Scarpero, Scarpero.com. My phone number is 937-572-3713. And again, I'm here in the Dayton, Ohio area, mostly serving the Dayton and Cincinnati markets, but I can actually lend nationwide. So no matter where you are in the country, feel free to reach out, and I'll be happy to help you get an FHA loan after the bankruptcy. Thank you for watching.